What's up, gamers? Today I'm going to be showing you all a pretty basic strat to hold down kitchen on Kafe. It's the bottom floor site. Now, if you're trying to do this strat with your friends, make sure you send this video to them, and if your friend sent this to you and told you to learn a specific role, there will be timestamps in the description below, so you can go down there and click on the role that you were told to learn, just so you don't have to watch the entire video, because it is pretty long. And I have heard your guys' suggestions in the comments, and I will be trying to get my team together to actually showcase my team running some of these strats in ranked, or maybe even on our competitive games. But I'm sure you guys understand that it's hard to get my entire team online onto one map and onto one site all together at the same time to do one specific strat. So that might take a little bit to get done, but I have heard your guys' suggestions and I am working on it. And I appreciate all you guys for watching this video and leaving your questions and comments down below. And as always, I hope you learned something. If you have any questions, any comments, any suggestions, drop down below, leave a comment, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Now let's get right into this video. Alright, let's get started with Wamai here. I don't want to waste any time. Wamai has quite a bit to do during the prep phase. He's going to have to get 4 total walls, alright? So we're going to get the prep walls most importantly here. Well, I guess these are the most important ones, but make sure you're getting these as Wamai. Okay, we got prep. Now you need to reinforce the right side of this wall. Now usually we double reinforce this wall, but in this specific strat, you're actually not going to be doing that. You're going to be placing a rotate right here for you actually in kitchen, so you can leave if you get pressured. Now we're going to reinforce this small bake wall. Okay, this wall is to make sure that they can't get an angle on the cupcakes, which is this rack right here, from small bake window. So usually if this wall's soft, you can just hop out here and get an angle and shoot open the soft wall to kill anyone playing behind cupcakes. If we reinforce this, obviously that's not going to be possible. Okay, but that's all you got to reinforce is Wamai. And you're definitely going to want to be bringing the shield here. Slap that down on the very left side of cupcakes. And you should be getting some ADSs from Jager. Okay. To just give you that little, that cushion, right, for your actual Wamai gadgets, because your Wamai gadgets don't all generate, like, right at the beginning of the round, so you have to be able to catch a few grenades before your Wamai gadgets can actually, can generate, so you can use them to stop util. So you should get 1 ADS from Jager, but basically during the round, you just want to sit behind cupcakes. Okay, now this is one of the most powerful positions on this entire map. Alright, you just sit here, you don't peek. I mean, you can peek if it's a free kill. Like, if you see a guy through the slits of the shield, you know, just standing right out there. It's a free kill, you can take it, obviously. But you really don't want to be peeking too aggressively here. Just to make sure, you know, you're not getting rushed. You can put barbed wire there. Usually I don't, though. Honestly, you can just listen to the audio and peek up every once in a while. But where I will put my first Wamais in the prep phase, I'll actually go ahead and throw them in small bake. I'll do 1. I'll usually only do 1, but if I have 2, I'll do 2. And the reason why I do this is because Jager's going to be holding down that hallway. A thermite can't jump in this window to breach this wall open, okay? So that means they can only ace or Hibana it. Unfortunately, Hibana will be able to get this wall open, but there will be a guy who can shoot off the Hibanas. But if it's an ace charge and they throw it from outside small bake, one of these Wamais will actually catch the ace charge so the wall won't get opened. And then obviously my other 3 Wamais are going to go in bakery. Make sure you don't place them too close together, okay, because otherwise they'll explode each other. And don't place it on the shield because that'll explode the shield. But this is probably enough, you know, enough defender utility to stop quite a bit of attack utility. And in the higher ranks and a higher level gameplay and a higher level environment, people are going to dump a ton of util into clearing you out because they know how important bakery is. But since you have so much util from your Wamai gadgets plus the Jager ADSs that I'll show you in the next part of this video, there's really not going to be a whole lot they can do after they take bakery. So if they use enough util that's required to waste all of your ADSs and all of your Wamai gadgets, they're not going to have anything left to push the rest of the site. So all you have to do is hold 1 push, which is bakery, and that's really easily winnable, okay, as a defending team. Okay, again, as Jager, you have a ton to do in this setup. That's kind of just the nature of Jager as an operator. But for your ADSs, and you're going to want to take the barbed wire, sorry if I didn't clarify that. For your ADSs, you want 1 right back here, okay? This cannot be shot from the bake door, which is super important. If you're not going to put this where I recommend, which is right here, make sure you can't shoot it from big bake door or small bake window. And then you're going to go ahead and place 1 inside of small bake. Again, the same reason why there's a Wamai in here, okay, if you watch the Wamai part of this video, the same reason why there's a Wamai in here, we're going to put an ADS in here in case they try to ace this wall, which is super important for holding bakery. your ADS will actually go ahead and catch the ace, preventing the opening of this wall, which is super helpful. And this can also help with a bunch of smokes, and a lot of people will put nomads on this doorway, and if that gets ADS'd out, you can have an easy flank later in the round. And then for your barb, you're going to want it probably about right here on red. You don't want it too high up, because you remember, you want to have opportunity to get the kill with barbed wire, and even here, this is bad placement. You're going to want to move this down a little bit more. So you want to make sure that the attackers are going to have to be exposed to get rid of the barbed wire in order to push down. So say if it's right here, if it's up here, they can just go down here and they're not exposed to anyone, because you're not really going to have a guy playing up there. Okay, and then for your last ADS, you're going to want to give it to one of the anchors in sight on a corner that my team likes to call OP corner. I'll slap it down right here, okay? And then that's all your ADSs, okay? And then for my last piece of barbed wire, I'll just slap it down on the red staircase. And that's a ton for Jager to do, okay? I don't put it here. I screwed it up again. Put it right here, okay? Nice. All right, for Jager, during the round, you're going to have someone reinforce these walls in the prep phase, by the way. Those are super important, these two walls right here for you to play back here. All right, so as Jager during the round, your job is to watch backside, or VIP. So my team calls this whole general area. All right. Okay, this window kind of screws you over back here, right? So you can't really play in here without getting killed from the window. Okay, but one thing, so obviously, sorry, let me just explain that a little bit better. You're not going to be able to swing here. This angle is why you play back here, so you can watch this angle in the small bake. Okay, this whole hallway, this is the hallway of death. If any attacker goes through this hallway, you should be able to pick up the kill on him, okay? You should be able to play VIP, okay? And your job, you gotta watch brown stairs as well. These stairs can kind of screw you over. That's why we do have the barbed wire there, all right? But you wanna play in this area, in this white area, and if you get pushed out from the window, that's why we have these two walls reinforced, so we can rotate all the way back to here and kind of be safe. I guess you do get stuck if they are watching white stairs. If they're not watching white stairs, it's free for you to rotate, scurry away like a little rat, come down, do any flanking you need to do. But remember, as Jager in this strat, the most important thing to do is cut off this hallway of death for attackers, okay? This angle is so free kills, okay? Just make sure to hit your shots on that, right? Practice that aim if you guys need to. Cut off this hallway, watch the red stairs push, it'll watch the small bake, it'll even watch here and brown stairs, and that should be pretty easy for you as Jager as long as you set up everything correctly. And really just watch this window, because remember, you can't sit in here. You're gonna have to use this as more of a swing angle rather than a hold angle, right? Hopefully that makes sense. Alright, next up we're gonna be covering Maestro. Can I vault this, please? Hello? Okay. Maestro does have quite a bit to do during this setup, okay? So, I'm gonna go over the cams first. You're gonna wanna slap one cam in small bake. I like to break this table, hop up on here, slap it down right here. Okay, this is good for two reasons. You can watch down this entire hallway. You can watch the small bake window. You can kind of watch the red push down, as well as back there if Jager ends up getting cleared out. But another one of the super important things you can do is clear any Habanas or aces that get thrown on this wall to make sure that you protect Wamai. Okay, so if there's an ace that gets thrown on there or a Habana, you can just go ahead and zap it out. Pretty easy with that Maestro cam. All right, in your second cam, you want to slap right on white stairs. Okay, this might seem stupid. It kind of is, honestly, but I find this cam really helpful in a lot of my ranked matches where I can actually watch the white stairs push down, as well as this is kind of to deny the wall. If the attackers end up getting control of white side and are working freezer wall, you know, if there's a thermite there, if there's a Habana there, I can just go ahead and zap it off. Same thing as in small bake, and also useful for watching the white stairs push and the garage push. And now for my reinforcements as Maestro, you're gonna want to go ahead and get the garage wall. Okay, and remember, if you didn't watch the Jager part of this video, this is really just to help Jager have a safe spot to rotate back and through if he gets cleared out from VIP. And then for your barbed wire placement, you want one right on this doorway to alert Jager if he's getting, you know, all full force ash rush, blitz rush through that doorway. And then I'll slap some down right on you know, I'll do bottom. I'll slap some down right on the bottom of white stairs, okay? Just to make sure that if this Maestro cam gets destroyed, just to make sure Jager has that mechanism of being alerted if they are pushing back there. Now, Maestro, during the round, you're going to want to play in sight. Obviously, your Maestro, you're probably going to want to anchor here. Now, there's a couple places in sight that I recommend you play as Maestro. One of them is you can just play in kitchen, right? But the entire roof above here is destructible. So it doesn't really make kitchen too safe of a spot to be playing. But what I'll do is I'll play in here as long as I can. And once they start opening above, I'll rotate back to this corner or into freezer. And obviously, if they're pushing freezer, you can go backwards, go into A, hold kitchen, watch prep. Okay, but I'll start off extended into kitchen pretty far. And I can honestly go into prep. Please let me vault. I can honestly go into prep and help support Wamai. If Wamai's in here and he says, yo, I'm getting fucked, I need help. Okay, you can come through here, you can rotate, right? And now you can support the small bake door, or, I don't know, you know what, I'm not going to tell you to do that, but what I was going to say is you can even swing bakery door, but that's just too aggressive. You don't want to be swinging that aggressively as Maestro, because Maestro doesn't need to be supporting his teammates. But like I've been mentioning, you start off in kitchen, extend as far as you can. Once they begin to take control of kitchen, rotate back. You can play here, and Smoke's going to be playing here, so it's probably not too smart to be playing here. But you can kind of just collapse back into this corner and collapse back into freezer. And obviously, you're going to want to be playing on your cams, just to make sure those walls aren't getting open, just to collect that early intel. Remember, in my anchoring video that I made a very specific point that as an anchor, you want to be playing on cams in the early round and making callouts to your roamers and people playing off-site to make sure they know where they're getting pushed from, where they know, if they need to rotate, if they need to, go help each other out, that kind of thing. And just get a general idea of where the attackers are going to push during the round. It can be super helpful. Yeah. That's basically it for Maestro. Just, play in sight, get that util down early on, and don't overpeak. Hi, everyone. During this short intermission, I would like to remind you all that I do stream on Twitch during the weekends, and I would really, really appreciate it if you took the time out of your day to stop by, drop a follow, maybe even catch one of the streams if you can. I will leave a link in the description, and your video should resume right about now. Time to cover Smoke. All right. Now, Smoke, obviously, is going to have to make rotates. You're going to want to bring the shotgun SMG-11 combo. Just so powerful here on Smoke. Alright, now, Wamai should be reinforcing off this wall for you, so you're not going to have a ton to reinforce. You are going to need to be making a lot of rotates as Smoke. And you're going to want to slap one down right here in a bakery. Now, don't make this too big. I wouldn't make this bigger than, say, maybe a little bit bigger than this, probably about this size for Wamai in here, because you want to try to eliminate angles from bakery door. And if you extend it, you get this angle, if you extend it all the way, they're just gonna have more angles to see, right? And this wall should be reinforced. And this is to let Wamai rotate out of bakery. And if you're not comfortable with having this hole here, you can just go ahead and reinforce it. It's really not that big of a deal. I just like it for Wamai and bakery to be able to rotate back into kitchen if he gets over aggroed. Now, next up, you're gonna want to rotate right here on this wall. Now, this is kind of where the strat gets a little funky, okay? This is where the strat gets a little bit strange, okay? But I like to make a huge rotate right here. Reload, and then reinforce next to it. And as Smoke, you're gonna need to be reinforcing next to this bad boy just to make sure that they can't have too much sight control, right? If they can get right here, if they can come down your red and open this wall up, they can actually get an angle all the way back into freezer, which is giving the attackers too much sight control. But the reason why I open these up and give so much control of kitchen is because the attackers basically already get kitchen for free. Since we don't play above on this strat, they can just go above and shotgun open the floor if they have kitchen, right? So we actually will go ahead and open these up, and Vigil will play in here, and that'll help deny a lot of this area. You'll see why these rotates are here later, but it's mostly so if they end up collapsing on bakery, you can support site easily, right? These rotates make this site unplayable for attackers, even though they kind of eliminate a couple angles for defenders. But as a defender, you really should not be playing in here later in the round when the executes are actually coming down on site. All right, so hopefully those rotations make sense. And guys, if you have any questions about them, I can explain more in the comments. And I know a lot of these rotates in particular are gonna be kind of alarming for a lot of you guys. Why would you open up the site walls? Those are always reinforced. That's just the way we do it, because it makes this site unplayable and they can't plant in here now. All right, now your shield, I like to slap it down right here. Okay, this is a pretty chill angle to be holding the Smoke. I just really like to anchor down here as Smoke. Make sure I can stay alive for as long as possible as Smoke, because, as Smoke, the longer you're alive, the more effective your gadget is, because you have 30 entire seconds of push denial, and this door right here is a really, really common spot to be pushed, okay? So if I can deny this angle for 30 seconds, also you have, you're blocking freezer off, right? And you should actually, as smoke, you should reinforce freezer. So as smoke, you want to reinforce freezer, and then next tier rotate on red stairs, all right? That's where you want to be reinforcing a smoke. Sorry, I didn't do that in order like I usually do. But let's get back to smoke during the round, okay? You just want to sit right here, honestly. Just anchor. Anchor like crazy. Anchor on cams, anchor shooting people, anchor with your smokes out. Really, really just stand here and deny this and this. These are the two most important things you can deny, because the guy playing here will do most of the denying A, and they really won't be able to get anything A. So eventually most of the collapses when I've done this strat and ranked have ended up on freezer or right here, or just some pathetic bakery take where they don't really get anything done. Okay, hopefully that all makes sense as smoke. We're gonna move on. Okay, time to cover Vigil. Now, you don't have to do shit as Vigil in the prep phase, if I'm being honest with you. Most of your teammates have the rest of that covered. So what you want to do is you want to take that long-ass route all the way up to the hatch above, okay? That's basically all you got to reinforce as Vigil. It's not too much, not too big of a task. And if your teammates need help with anything during the prep phase, like if they were on their phone the first 30 seconds or some crap like that and can't get all of their reinforcements done, you know, you can obviously help them out, but all you have to do, if all your other teammates do their job as Vigil, really just reinforce this hatch, okay? Pretty simple, right? And then let me explain this, talk for like a couple seconds here, okay? You don't have to be Vigil. You can really be anybody you want. This can be an alibi. This can be a Malusi if she's unbanned. This can be basically anybody as long as you get that hatch. Okay, because it doesn't really matter. Vigil's util here is not necessary. The reason why I play Vigil is because I find him the most useful, especially when I'm playing right here. Okay, because this is where Vigil plays. Vigil plays in coat check. All right. And let me just show you this setup here. So remember, boys, there will be a rotate right here. I'm just going to set this up to see how useful it can be for Vigil. Now, as Vigil, you just want to sit and coat check this whole round as long as you can. Now, you're like, oh, what the fuck, dude? What are you talking about, Cat Peen? There's a door right here. You're going to get killed super quickly, right? No, you're really not, okay? If you put this barricade here, you're not going to get killed early on unless you sit like this. Don't do this. Don't do that. Right? What I'll do, hop up on top of here. You can sit in this corner. They don't have any angles. You can hear the audio if they're pushing in. Plus, Jager's back there, who's denying the hallway of death right here, okay? That's why you can play here, because Jager's denying that hallway. Usually, if Jager was not down there denying the hallway, you could not sit right here safely. You'd get screwed from this hallway. The push from this hallway and the push from small bake, okay? But right here, early on in the round, you just play here, be annoying, be hard to deal with for the attackers, make them scared, make them need to drone you out over and over again, shoot out their drones, and then kind of just be annoying like a Vigil, right? Later in the round, when Vigil really becomes useful is when the attackers try to execute on sight. Look, if I'm right here and the attackers are small bake, I can swing out. And right, as Vigil, if Wamai calls that they're getting his wall right here, okay, I probably call this they're getting my small bake wall if I was Wamai. Okay, where's the music? Shut the fuck up. If I was Wamai in there, it was the radio. Okay. If I'm Vigil right here and Wamai calls, yo, small bake wall, I can swing out here, shoot anything off small bake wall for free. Free util for me. They just wasted an ace charge, 6 Abana pellets, whatever they end up dumping on that wall, right? Okay, and the reason why I wanted to hit this barricade, like I showed you here, is so if I end up needing to leave here, okay, I can just easily hop over. Easy rotate for me, right? And that even if I 2-hit this barricade, it still provides concealment from that door, which is important. Okay, like I mentioned, so you don't get killed early on. But look how useful these angles are. If they end up taking bakery, well, my dies, he gets screwed, whatever. You can kinda help deny that. It's really unsafe for attackers to be in there. You can always flank around here. Obviously, if they're not on the window, they probably will be. But you can flank around here in lower ranks. They won't be on this window. They'll all be fucking jerking each other off in bakery. Okay. Right. I can go ahead and swing this, make bakery unsafe, and I can even later in the round, if they're not red stairs, I can go up red stairs and make kitchen unsafe. This rotate makes it so hard for attackers to play in kitchen, but it's only hard for attackers to play there if you're on it, right? You have to play this rotate. You can watch prep, you can watch small, you can watch so much from these rotates, right? That's why these are here. That's why I think this strat is kind of special, and why I think it actually ends up working out as a strat. Just because of these rotate holes. And guys, that should be it. Hopefully all those rules make sense. Let me know if you have any questions at all in the comments. I'm always glad to answer you guys. And I really appreciate all the support and you just watching this video. I'll see you in the next one, boys.